What up, people? Back again. Walking Dead Wednesday is still in effect. This is my second video right here. We're talking about Michonne and her new mini-series just announced by Telltale Games. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So I got a lot of interesting comments in my other video, man. So thank you for commenting if you did. And I'll be talking about some of those good comments, people that enjoy the show, enjoy the thing is really good, the bad ones, people that are not too happy about this, and the ugly. Some things that I see that could possibly be controversial or present problems for Telltale with this series later down the line when it actually comes out. So first on deck, let's go through the comments. The good. So hyped, finally another Walking Dead based Telltale game. Been so long, a half a year. That's true. It's been a minute since we've seen any Walking Dead content from Telltale Games. Getting anything at all is a good thing, okay? So that, I agree with that, man. Walking Dead is better than no Walking Dead at all. Totally pumped for this. Completely unexpected, but still awesome. Yes, I agree with this, man. Completely unexpected is right. And, you know, Telltale is known for throwing those curveballs at us, giving us things that we never probably would imagine them making. And this is one of those things. So it definitely is a surprise. I'm going to kick some ass with Michonne. All right, so Michonne is a character that can take care of herself probably better than any other. Probably one of the most proficient zombie killers I've seen in the show. And that's just a show. And I've heard that the comic book version is even more badass. So, you know, that makes for an awesome combination right there. So, yes, Michonne, she's not going to be a weak character. We're definitely going to be seeing some action scenes, maybe some more quick time events. So, that's always good. Michonne and Clementine together, that is like badass times 10,000. So excited. All right, so Michonne and Clementine together, that is not confirmed, people. And my prediction is that it probably won't be happening. I think this series of events where we'll be going through Michonne's story is set very far in the future, farther than where we are in the show, farther than where we are in the game, and they will have to do some kind of time skip for the Walking Dead characters to be involved in those. So you may see an older version of Clementine if they wanted to incorporate them somewhere in this thing, but I don't see them doing that because I think they want to keep the allure of what we can expect for season 3. So they're not going to reveal any big season 3 details in this. I don't think so, like a time skip. But it's nice to think that, man, and we may see some other maybe minor characters appear in Michonne, some things that we've seen in the Walking Dead game so far, just so we know that it's still being owned and controlled by Telltale. That'd be nice for them to do. So yeah. I'm good though. I get to play as a black character and there will be a ton of Easter eggs. So perhaps a ton of Easter eggs, probably for comic book fans, no doubt. And, you know, a black female main protagonist, that's pretty rare. I can't even think of one game right now that has that recipe. Maybe Remember Me, but I don't even know if she's black. So yeah, you know, it is unique that they're picking her, and this is the first for them too. All right, so this particular comment, let me skip ahead right here. So even if it's a surprise, I guess it's a good one. So we get to get more closer with the really Walking Dead show characters. The really Walking Dead show characters. Well, this is the show from the comic books, but I see what you're saying. The fact that they tweeted out some earlier, like Walking Dead show characters actually showing up in the game and maybe vice versa. And I guess we're actually seeing that could possibly come to fruition now with that. Maybe, well, it's comic books, so it's not the TV show, but the possibilities out there, and it shows that Telltale isn't is willing to use other characters, already established characters by Robert Kirkman and his game. Wasn't expecting this. Personally, I don't read the comments, but I freaking love Michonne. Yes, Michonne is a fan favorite, man. She has a lot of qualities that just make her very likable, and I can't really argue with that right there. So yeah, Michonne is awesome. I'll give you that. And yes, I'm excited. She's my fave. I sort of thought this was going to happen. I was totally not expecting this. I mean, it's crossed my mind, but I'm happy I get to play as my favorite character. I didn't want to get my hopes up, but this is just unbelievable. This game will get even more popular. True that. True that. Now, what they're doing right here by presenting Michonne, they can get other people who are never played or even heard of the Walking Dead game to actually in the Walking Dead game now, because she's a very popular character from the television show and comic books. If they just said some unknown person from the comic books, then probably nobody with a better eyelash. But being this Michonne, somebody players already know, and comic book readers and TV show people already know, it's going to get it can pull in a lot more traffic for the game, making Telltale even bigger and possibly making my channel bigger when I make more Walking Dead videos. So that's good for them and possibly good for me. Now this is mixed right here. I'm disappointed and surprised, but maybe this will help develop a time skip with Clem's age in the game to lengthen out the time away from that game, like they did with 400 Days, because she got older when season 2 started. Yes, so back with the tie-ins between Clementine's storyline and Michonne's storyline, which I don't think they'll be directly related, but there's a possibility out there that since this period of Michonne's character takes place further in the future, and they show any Clementine's characters, anybody in the Walking Dead regular game characters, then it may hint at a time skip. So, the possibility of that is out there. Michonne is a boss. Michonne is a boss in the TV show. Reply: she's even more boss in the comics. Really? That has me intrigued right there. I know about Michonne from the TV show, but she's even a bigger badass in the comics? Wow. And now we're stepping to the bad side. People that are not too happy about this recently announced announcement. I'm super disappointed. I don't watch the TV show or read comics, so I'm screwed and lost. So yeah, it could be hard for Walking Dead fans of the game to transition over to this if they don't know anything about this character at all. They're really in for, I guess, a surprise because they don't know anything what's going on. Almost the situation for me. I know a little bit about her, but I don't have any comic book knowledge, so this could be a problem for me too. I'm so disappointed. I wanted something with Kenny or Sarita or maybe Krista and Clem maybe before the time skip. So mad. So, we had a lot of theories and predictions out there circling around the internet about what possible DLC Telltale could release with this. And it's all been proven false. I don't know if anyone got this right. If someone did, then, huzzah to them. But all those things kind of fall flat now. And some people are disappointed by that because the internet can have some things circling around and you want to know what's happening with some of your favorite characters. And now we won't get a chance to see that, at least not in this series. So not only do you give us 3 cliffhanger endings at the end of season 2, leaving us dying to know what comes next in Clem's story, but you decide to give us a 3-episode mini-season following a character we already know in the comics and TV show, and make us wait another year for Clem. Wow, super disappointed, Telltale. What's next? Are we going to follow Rick Grimes in season 4? Alright, so this guy isn't happy, man. Basically, just want to stick with the TV show. I mean, resorting to TV show and comic book characters. We did that in season 1, episode 1, where we got those kind of guys in there. I see what they did when they did that. They did it to present to the show, but I guess they feel that they need to do it again to maybe pull some more viewers in. So if this works and this is successful, then they'll probably be doing it even more. So in a way, could we possibly see Rick Grimes in season 4? If this is like really freaking successful, it could happen. It really could. If Robert allows it. Why the hell is everyone happy about this? It has absolutely nothing to do with the Walking Dead game. They were supposed to realize season 3 in the fall, and now we have to wait another 6 months for it to come out. Thanks, Telltale. Alright, so speculation that this miniseries could possibly be pushing back the development of The Walking Dead season 3. I don't know. That's I don't know what goes on in Telltale, so I can't comment on it personally. But it could be, it could not be. We really don't know. You know what would have been a lot better if they made a mini series of which character you saved at the end of season 2. That would give you some information about them for season 3. If you just went with Clem and AJ, you would get a Clem mini series to get more about Clem. But you know what? That tells you that your choices you make don't matter to Telltale. So we got a fan here, and he sounds like he's been betrayed by Telltale right here. Like feels like he's been betrayed. So I actually mentioned this that the 9-day skip, the period happenings, and all the endings would be cool for Telltale to explore that and really give you guys a payback for your choices. And it would increase like maximum playability. I don't care if you was totally Kenny's side. There has to be some part of you that's curious to find out what happens in those other 9-day scenarios, which could have been happening in this possible DLC that will not be. So you know, I'm behind this guy right here, but I don't know if Telltale's like gonna put our choices to the side. We're gonna have to see with that in season 3 if our endings in season 2, episode 5 carry over or not. To be honest, I'm not too excited about this. I have zero knowledge about the comic book Michonne, and I really don't like when Telltale makes something that is heavily connected to the source material. They did it with Game of Thrones, and now they're doing it again. I guess I might give it a try, but still not a fan of the approach they've been having recently. You know, Telltale's going off of the comic book Michonne, so we know her past. We know her future. Well, people know her past and future. I don't know because I don't read the comic books either. But the material is already out there, and whatever happens within the story will have to fit within the confines of her beginning and her end. So there are some things that cannot happen to Michonne in this story, and she's kind of restricted in this way because it eliminates the possibility that some dangerous or some situations just cannot happen to her. So I see where you're coming from, man, and you're making a good point. I actually mentioned that in my original when I first talked about this video or this announcement. To me, this is a godsend to comic book fans and a punch in the face to Telltale fans. I really don't care what happened to Michonne between book 128 to whatever, and the thing that really makes me pissed off is if it wasn't for this miniseries, we probably would have seen season 3 this year. Now, for all we know, it could be June before it comes out. Very disappointed. So, you know, just more speculation that the making of this miniseries is pushing back the development of The Walking Dead season 3 to the middle of next year. So we're going to get Walking Dead season 3, guys. It is coming. So at least we know it's confirmed. We're going to get it. It's not like Wolf Among Us season 2. That has a release date of God knows when, or may never see the light of day again. So it is coming. Just hang tight, okay? And last one, neither good nor bad, but it's official. It's impossible to predict what Telltale is making. I agree with that one, okay? Between the Telltale Minecart gaming announcement, between the Super Show and the Marvel team up with Telltale, and now this, they really are unpredictable. So yes, I agree with that 100%. Who knows what this company is going to do next? And now for the ugly or controversial things I see as a possible problem for this upcoming series. All right, so the fact that the miniseries requires season 2 episode 1. From the details I've read about this, it seems like this is going to be its own separate entity, unrelated to Clementine's story, and not a season 2 DLC. So if that's the case, why does it require season 2 episode 1 in order for you to play it? So you would make these people who don't have any Walking Dead content buy the first episode first before you even get into it, which could be a problem if someone just sees this Michonne game on their dashboard, like, oh wow, that looks kind of cool, let me check it out, gets in, downloads it, and finds out you cannot open it because you haven't downloaded season 2 episode 1 yet. You know, that could be a problem. Okay, as long as I know these have to make it like just very clear, like, hey, this requires season 2 episode 1, you don't have it yet, so you can't download it yet. Or another remedy to this is give out season 2 episode 1 for free along with the first episode. I think that'd be a nice send off for fans. And if you really want to get people into your mainstream Walking Dead game, I think that's a good way to do it, okay? The Walking Dead Season 2 is phenomenal, okay? You have nothing to worry about. Once people get done playing the first episode of the Michonne series and while they're waiting for another one to come out, they were like, huh, what's this other thing I downloaded, by the way? So they check out the Walking Dead game, they found out how fun it is, and they'll keep buying it, and they'll buy up the whole series, okay? It's so entertaining. Season 2 is pretty good. So if you're just confident about your product and you go out with it, it'll probably work out for your advantage, and it won't restrict people from actually purchasing the game, knowing that they have to buy something else just in order to play with their favorite character from the television show or the comic book series. Now, another thing that could possibly be an issue for me, just for me though, is that spoilers. Now, this is related to a comic book section that has not occurred in the television show yet, and I heard it's even more advanced in the future. This Negan character and everything that's happened with him is actually set in the future where we are in the television show. So hopefully they don't go back to no events or talk about some events that happened that could possibly spoil my experience with the television show. So that's one thing I'm worried about right now. Beforehand, I wouldn't have said, no way, Telltale wouldn't do something like this. But from what I've seen from Game of Thrones, the first episode, which gave away one of the biggest spoilers in the entire series. So spoilers are an option now for Telltale, so it could possibly happen, and I don't want that to happen. One of the reasons I don't read the comic book series, because I love the show so much. That's actually how I first heard about The Walking Dead anything, and I love the show so much. I'm like, I love how they're making the show. I don't want to be spoiled by reading the comic book, because these comic book readers have some insight that I don't want to have. I'd rather have it be presented to me in the television show, which I think has awesome quality, awesome casting, just an amazing production value, and I'd rather get my information that way. So hopefully the game doesn't ruin that for me, and that's one of the things I'm worried about. So, I do like Michonne as a character in the television series, and but Telltale, they have a lot of characters, a lot of established people that they've already made and stood up on their own 2 feet. They've made this fantastic universe, with Walking Dead characters and everything else, not relying on anybody else at this point in time. They're all original characters that we've never seen before, and then resorting back to using an already established person who's already been developed, who fans already know and kind of got a feel for. It just feels a little too safe. There's so many things in your own universe that you need to solve before you start solving some of Robert Kirkman's mysteries about his comic book character series. Okay, so it's just I just wonder, like when people when they write these stories, it's like, okay, we're just gonna leave it open ended, let the fans, let the community finish it out, let the fan fiction have its way with it, and we're done with it, and then they can just move past it and go on to someone else. A lot of characters out there that are still like that. Maybe they just leave it all open-ended, so whenever they want to write them back in the story, they can. Just gives them a lot more options in the writing department. So I don't know. It's debate what goes on. I'm not a writer, so Telltale, they've been doing a great job, and I know the Walking Dead show is gonna be awesome just because Telltale has got their hands on it. So I'm not worried about that. I'm just curious as to why we're diving into this already established character when there's so many other ones that you've already made that are awesome characters that are just not finished yet. There's still more story for them to be told. Guys, that's the whole video right there. I've talked a lot. Let me know your thoughts about this below. This will probably be my last video I'll be making about The Walking Dead Michonne until we get some more information, presumably next month at the Comic-Con convention. That's what they said. So stay tuned for that, and I'm out of here. Thumbs up as always is appreciated, and yeah, go ahead and like the comment section up because I want to hear what you guys think about this, okay? But thanks for watching. See ya.